congratulate the whole team, cause when you ride.
Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Beats, and it comes your way next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Brooklyn Beats. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first of four berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And when you review his performance last week and the game in total, I think that he understands and his team understands they were fortunate to get out there with a victory because he was a little tentative out there and didn't throw a touchdown pass. And if I'm this defense that he's facing in this one, I'm going to bring some pressure early and see if they can get to him. Maybe he's gotten it out of his system, and now he can be a little bit looser and play more to his potential.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Hall again on second down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And taken right on the 30. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
He got the win last week, and we all know how infrequently rookie quarterbacks win in the playoffs. So by now, it feels like old hat to him. Well, maybe not old hat, but you've got to believe he'll be looser, calmer going into this one. He already knows what it takes to lead a team to victory in the playoffs.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Beats are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And now here come the Ravens. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. The quick feet by Jackson. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then, because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside, as he did there.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he fires one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. He'll look to throw.
Again, it's Johnson.
Oh, nice move. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Lamb. And he's got some space here.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move.
And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Second down and 8.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 19. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 4 yards remain for second down.
Up the middle they go. It's Lamb. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Right back to him on first down. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Second and 5. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Beats are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now. It's Brooklyn in possession. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. That's complete to Mooney. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Hall again on 2nd down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Here's Jackson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And the Ravens taking the field. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 2nd down now, it's Lamb, and the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Lamb, and he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Page. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. All again on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Shifts by him. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, it's Lamb. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Called out a gain of 11.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Lamb. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in, and he lost the football. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. Back to throw again. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And after the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he returns this to the 22. And the Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd down, it's Lamb. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 23. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Page. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Beats continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Tucker with the extra point. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Complete. It's Johnson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Second down, here's an option right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lamb.
Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is
looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen,
well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll try and run it here. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down now, it's Lamb. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Johnson, and he coughed it up, and the Ravens have got it. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This one complete to Coleman. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the 8. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. It's the Ravens with possession of the football but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And Jackson throwing once more. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. This pass out wide to Hall. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give running right is Hall. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. They'll go option to the short side. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. 62 yards on the ground for him so far. Working with a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. On third down, Lamb. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Second and 6. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. On third down, Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson.
That's complete to Mooney. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll go option to the short side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Jackson.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Jackson to throw.
Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it.
And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
Face mask, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
Let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Jackson.
Wisely will throw that one away. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Now Jackson.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Jackson.
And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lamb, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.